What makes a house a home? We asked the people of Scotland to enter their houses into Scotland's Home of the Year. Now, our judges are visiting the top 3 from each region, choosing one each episode to go through to our national final. Scoring them on architectural merit, distinctive design and original style are Mull-based interior designer Banjo Beale.
What I'm looking for in a home is comfort, character and craftsmanship.
Interior designer Anna Campbell-Jones.
Home is a state of mind as much as it's a physical place. Home is an evolution, but love is the key that unlocks it all.
And architect Danny Campbell.
What I'm looking for in a home is a stimulating experience, fueled by the owner's authenticity and vision, revealed through cleverly connected functional spaces that respond to their setting.
Yabba dabba doo.
I'm really enjoying this so far.
Come on, Danny.
In the end, only one can be Scotland's Home of the Year. Today, our judges are visiting the shortlist in the North East and Northern Isles, and they're starting with a 3-levelled new build in Stromness in Orkney. Since 2019, Harbour View has been home to Simon and Amanda, and their cats Peaches and Daisy.
The house itself was designed around an Icelandic house, and we wanted to keep that style, that real minimalist, Icelandic, Norwegian type feel. Our home makes us feel really sort of calm, I think.
I suppose it's a bit of a sanctuary from everyday life, really, you know, just sort of somewhere where you can relax and just take a step back.
We always wanted a home that had a lot of light, and this has definitely got it. We've always lived quite close to the sea. This is probably the closest to the sea we've ever been.
It's a bit too close to the sea at times. I think the big thing is the views into Scapa Flow in the harbour. And each time you look out over the water, everything's different.
Originally the site of an oat cake factory, on the ground floor there's a kitchen with adjoining dining and living space, as well as a downstairs loo. On the first floor, sharing an ensuite, there are 2 double bedrooms, one of which has a bath with a view. And on the second floor, there's another ensuite bedroom cum office.
So this is my favourite spot in the home. It's a great place for us to just chill as a family and watch the world go by outside.
Armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners, the judges will now get their first glimpse of Harbour View.
Wow.
Lovely bit of red.
Hello. You wouldn't miss this from the harbour, would you? Wow.
I love it when a home matches my lipstick.
That's definitely a coastal house goal, having your own flagpole. And you get to design your own flag as well.
I mean, in that hammock, that's the money spot, isn't it? What a beautiful little courtyard.
There's a lovely combination of materials with the painted timber cladding and then the structure behind with the grey render and the standing seam zinc. It really comes together.
Let's not stand here. Let's get
Okay.
inside. Whoa.
Oh, I love the red entrance mat.
Look at that, Danny, even a spot for your Crocs.
Oh, they're trying to butter me up.
We're home.
Those sliding barn doors you saw as well, there's actually 3 of them.
Proper storm doors.
Yeah.
Wow.
Batten down those hatches, eh?
Your hallway feels like it's outside. That kind of makes nudie runs a little bit awkward for passing ferries.
Oh, I think I can see the kitchen through there. Should we take a look? Ooh.
It's actually quite a neat-sized kitchen in relation to the volume of the building. That's a surprise.
It is like a ship's kitchen, isn't it? You've got the pass there through the dining room. You've got that big, sturdy aga. It's small, but perfectly formed.
For a home of this scale in this location, I was expecting to see a great big island pointing out the view, but this is really quite minimal and efficient.
A big kitchen can actually be quite annoying because you end up having to move around a lot and it's less functional. Elizabeth David, that famous chef, she said all you need is 1 metre of prep space, and that's what they've got there. Oh, this is colourful.
Look at that, I found a heart.
And I found the heart. So this is the favourite spot. It's comfy and colourful, and there's an amazing view of the docks and then the hills beyond. And here we've got that direct connection to the outdoors with the sliding doors leading out into that lovely protected terrace area.
I understand the small kitchen now. Sometimes you can give away too much of your house to a kitchen. It can just be functional and tucked away. This is the space I want to kind of hang and relax in. I mean, it's very minimal, but I think the furniture is the artwork. They've got some really fun Lego flowers there. It doesn't feel precious.
With that view, you could reasonably expect that whole elevation to be glass, but by having that wall, it creates that really nice level of privacy and creates a unique environment for the outdoor space as well. Wow, look at all that height.
Wow, it's cool, isn't it?
Staircase.
It's lights too.
And a view.
Wow.
That is a special bedroom.
Look at that. Old clawfoot bath. Oh, yes.
You could sit in the bath and watch the ferry come and go.
It's lovely, that floating bed, and it almost feels like you're floating over the harbour and you're kind of in the landscape, and it's so nice to see those flashes of that honey-coloured kind of Orkney stone that's so prominent in Stromness. It's very nice.
You can imagine being in at bath height and just getting almost like an infinity pool effect as you look out over the water.
Oh, yeah.
You're not getting
That would work.
What?
Whoa.
This is an apartment.
The amazing detail carries on in here. I really appreciate they've got no skirtings. They've gone for that shadow gap. And these 4 skylights, all beautifully placed. You could be really tempted to give that height to your main social space, but I think keeping it back for this big reveal is a lovely moment to keep for your own personal space.
They've made a feature of the flue from the wood burner downstairs and expressed it as a stainless steel column.
You're getting that heat from the flue and also that passive solar gain from these skylights. This will be in a really efficient space to run.
It's quietly decorated and it's just whisper silent up here in the clouds.
I've just noticed as well, they've got these blinds that open from the bottom up so you can protect your modesty and still have a view. Well, this is the life.
Oh, look at that. Hammocks, hot tubs and hunks. You must be in heaven.
So tranquil, isn't it?
Feels like a modern merchant's house amongst all these other old stone buildings.
Yeah, the minimalist, organised layout inside really contrasts so nicely with these older, rugged buildings that have been patched together so organically over the decades.
Stromness always feels very evolved, like the buildings have been added one at a time and they each have their own personality. And this home extends that tradition.
What will Anna, Banjo and Danny make of Harbour View? One judge will hold back their score until they've seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
This is a really calm house. I think the connection with the sea is really beautiful. We feel like we're floating over the harbour here. I love the outside of the home especially, but for me it's what's on the inside that counts, and I would have liked to have seen a little bit more fun and a little bit more personality on the walls, but it is undoubtedly a beautiful home. I'm giving this home a 9.
Sometimes a pursuit of minimalism can make a home sterile and void of personality, but the use of colour and moments of fun really bring this space to life. And not overusing the view gave an emphasis into those moments and created unique spaces outside for dining and lounging. I'm going to give this home a 10.
I know I'm often going on about colour and the importance of being brave with it, but I actually think in a very seaside location, white works even better because it can take on the different colours and hues of the light as it changes through the day and the seasons. This is a dream home. Who wouldn't want to live hovered over the water like this, in a location like this, in a building like this?
Next up is an early Victorian former farmhouse in Peterhead. Richmond House is home to painter and decorator Roy, who's joined today by his daughter Victoria. He moved here with his late wife Julie in 2021 and shares the home with dogs Arthur, Audrey and Ruby.
We're from Aberdeen and we gradually moved north and then moved again and again. And we were in our forever home, but my wife came walking up the lane and saw a for sale sign, and she was determined to get it. Me and my wife, we planned it together. She picked most of the wallpaper. I put it on and put a lot of work into this house, a lot of blood, sweat and tears. We're particularly passionate about Art Deco. We've been collecting Art Deco stuff for, well, 30 plus years. We've got a lot of stuff. It's a beautiful home. It's a lovely home, isn't it?
Yeah. I've obviously never lived here, but when I come here with my kids and my sisters and their children, it feels like I'm coming home. It's lovely.
It's just wonderful. It's just a lovely place to come home to.
My mum and dad used to watch the programme together. My mum was determined to apply for the show once the house was finished, but she didn't get to see it finished. So we're doing it for her.
Yeah.
The home is over 3 levels. On the ground floor is a large vestibule and hallway, a lounge, a kitchen, a dining room and a bathroom. The basement includes a large entertainment space, another kitchen and a bedroom. On the first floor there's a dressing room, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom.
This is my favourite spot in the home because of the design of the room. It's full of Art Deco. I can sit here with a glass of wine and look out to the garden.
What will the judges think of Richmond House?
Nice.
It's really imposing, isn't it?
Imposing, but cute.
All that granite and the symmetry and the slabs, it's really serious and a bit intimidating. The planting really helps soften the whole facade.
Oh, I'm seeing flashes of vintage furniture and lots of lighting. Strong lamp game.
So a bit of vintage rummaging for us.
Let's go rummage. Wow.
That's a statement, isn't it?
Chair. I love waiting for the postman too. Ooh. Ooh.
2 halls. That's fancy.
It's giving opulence.
I think that's an original servant's bell. I think that sends a pretty clear message when we come through the front door.
Well, they might have just bought it at a charity shop. There's lots of vintage ephemera dotted about, isn't there? Kind of tropical Victoriana, isn't it, so far?
Tropicana.
Tropicana, yeah.
I do approve of a hallway painted dark, especially when, like this one, it's perfectly in the middle of the property. So it's the darkest part.
So we've got loads of doors to choose from. Which way are we going?
That way is calling me. There's a bar.
Oh, I found the heart.
Oh, in the Art Deco wing. This is nice. I love how they've painted the inside of the window frame black. That is screaming deco. It kind of looks like a 30s Crittall window, doesn't it?
This room is absolutely packed with personality. It's got so much impact.
That's a really nice way to describe my sensory overload.
Oh, are you struggling?
Yeah, I'm struggling
you?
a little bit. There's just so much ornamentation and colour and texture, and it's all just happening all at once.
This is like the Glamazon, isn't it? With these beautiful deco details, the gold and the birds. It's almost overpowering.
Oh, what an interesting layout. I feel like this is like sushi train, isn't it? Good use of space, though, isn't it? But if I was washing up, I feel like I'd have an audience.
These 3 prismatic high bay industrial lights setting quite a different tone in this room compared to the rest of the home.
Islands can be a real space killer, but I'm not sure they had many other options here. They've got the window there, the door here, a big radiator. I suppose that waterfall island does make quite a useful dining space, although I would hope they've got a separate dining space because it's a bit compromised.
Wow.
There you are, sir.
Thank you, finally, the respect I deserve. Head of the table. Wow.
We've gone from Art Deco to full-on arts and crafts in here with this William Morris-style wallpaper and the Macintosh chairs.
It's a completely different vibe, isn't it? All the rooms are actually themed.
There's so many beautiful individual pieces in here. They clearly take great pride in finding nice objects.
They've got quite a collection of Tiffany lamps in here. I think quite hard to get a matching pair these days.
Imagine breakfast with Tiffany lamps. gorgeous.
Very good. It's a teeny weeny little staircase. Oh my goodness.
Oh, a dressing room?
It's quite a large space to give over to a dressing room. This is definitely a dressing up dressing room, isn't it? They've even got these stands where your butler can lay out your outfit while you're doing your morning ablutions.
A nice black t-shirt, some black trousers, perfect.
They've gone for it, haven't they?
Yes, it's so Hollywood in here, isn't it?
Ooh.
More country cottage with a leopard twist.
That leopard print armchair is something, isn't it?
They are really teaming with the theme in this house. This is coming out of Africa, going into Hollywood.
They've got some really handsome antique pieces in this room. I love the way by having the bedroom at one end and the dressing room at the other, it turns this whole upper floor into a suite. Down to the servants' quarters.
What's going on here? Oh, yes, here we go.
Yes. Lads.
Come on, then.
Oh, what am I meant to do? I'm just going
Oh,
to...
you're one of the boys. Yes.
Oh, you missed.
Oh!
Yes, that's how you do it.
So did you.
Right, Anna, show us how it's done.
On...
Wow.
That's how it's done, fellas.
What a great use of a space that's in the basement that's always going to be dark. Don't try and force it into being a lighter room.
I mean, imagine just sitting back watching a movie there.
Is that another kitchen as well?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's for your nachos, your hot dog, your beer.
A natural kitchen.
Yeah. That is the dream, isn't it?
How will the judges score Richmond House?
This home is just gone for it. It's Deco Nouveau Boho, arts and craft. They've thrown everything at it, and every single room has a personality, and it's packed full of heart and art and a gorgeous collection of objects. It's really beautiful. I'm giving this home a 9.
This home entertains by creating a series of theatrical set pieces that are all connected by the homeowner's very clear aesthetic. It was like being inside a cabinet of curiosities. Everywhere you looked, there was a beautiful object. I'm going to give this home a 9.
We were met with a really strong, handsome, symmetrical granite building, which couldn't have contrasted more with the interior spaces. There was an eclectic use of materials, textures, and objects that I felt maybe became a little bit kitsch. Despite that, the home had a very authentic feeling of family and fun.
The final home in the Northeast and Northern Isles is a contemporary farmsteading renovation on the outskirts of Pidmedden in rural Aberdeenshire. For the past 4 years, Hilltop House has been home to Jessica, Chris, their son Chase, and their dogs Enzo and Dino.
We sort of changed everything and came up with the whole scheme, and then got an architect involved in order to make sure it was all gonna stand up.
The style is almost informed by what was already existing, and then we just brought our personality and our vision to it.
I'm from California, and we met halfway across the world, and we have the same aesthetic. We both like mid-century modern styles. We like the California vibe. We wanted it to feel comfortable, like as soon as you walked in, that you didn't have to take off your shoes. You know, you can just be. It helped that Chris was able to build this on his computer, and we were able to see lighting and all that kind of stuff.
And we were just like going back and forth and just coming up with these different schemes and stuff. So it was a really fun process. I'm not entirely sure what people think, because when you first approach the house, it's almost quite brutal in a way. And then you come through the front door and then everything softens and you get the colors and stuff. So there's like a definite contrast between the outside and the inside.
Yeah.
Staying true to the footprint of the original farmsteading, the home includes an open-plan kitchen, dining and living space with east-facing gable window, a bedroom with ensuite and dressing room, 3 more bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and an office. Plus, there's a focus on eco-friendly living with an air source heat pump and 28 solar panels.
This is my favorite spot in the home because the sunrise is just out those windows and it's great to have a cup of coffee in the morning and watch the sunrise and start your day.
Time for the judges to get their first view of Hilltop House.
Wow.
Wow.
Ding dong, I absolutely love that pale pink front door.
It's a little Neapolitana dream, isn't it? Strawberry front door, chocolate stone, vanilla drive.
It amazes me you're noticing that pink door when we're surrounded by this epic black mass emerging from that existing structure.
Can we talk about that arch window? What a first impression.
I think that was the original gable end we saw as we arrived, and then this contemporary building is sort of slotted into it.
Yeah, it was clearly an old agricultural steading, and it still doesn't feel out of place with this massive hunk of an extension. And it is a hunk. It's hunky.
Yeah.
There's no hands. It's hunky.
I'm loving this darkness on the outside, but should we see if it's dark on the inside?
Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at that concrete floor.
I love concrete floor.
Whoa.
I don't know where to look first. There's vistas in every direction.
This concrete floor is beautiful and it's throwing up so much light. It's reflecting like water.
Love how that timber cladding's been extended inside, but hasn't been treated with that black effect.
This is a key moment in the building. We've got two circulation spaces connecting right to that pivotal moment where we enter the main social space.
I'm really enjoying this subtle progression from the dark facade to this sort of pale grey entranceway that leads through to that double height space that's proper, like, trade white.
All right, let's follow the light. Wow.
This is beautiful, isn't it? It's a great move to have the kitchen as the focal point when you arrive into this home. It really feels like the hub of everything. And the fact that they've differentiated materials between the wall and the island really kind of integrates it into this space.
I was amazed by that arched window as we arrived at the building. I thought that was going to be the wow moment, but they've got it even more correct inside. That enormous gable end just framing that view, and every other window is placed perfectly at the end of a vista as we come in, lined up with the island, separating each zone. I'm in heaven.
I'm jealous of this homeowner's green fingers. These large-scale plants really soften what could be quite a harsh space.
Yes, and they're the real McCoy. Plenty of light in here for these plants to thrive.
It's a little bit like a designer lighting showroom in here with the different kind of classic pieces defining the different zones in this space.
It's really hard to zone an open plan space of this volume, but having the split level with the change of material is really clever.
You know, I love a sunken lounge, but what I love more is a raised living room.
It's great for performances, isn't it?
It is. Shall we go put on a show? Oh, yes. Oh, here it is. Wow, what a spot. Ah. I love a Togo sofa. It's so playful, isn't it? There's lots of little playful choices in here, actually. Very minimally decorated, but they've made every piece count.
I love the mismatched contemporary chairs around the dining table. It gives you a Goldilocks moment where you can pick a chair to suit your personality.
It's nice that from here we get the view of the outdoor kitchen. It's really connecting the indoor-outdoor feel for the kitchen dining space.
It's a very tight colour scheme in here, isn't it? White with black and timber, tiny little pops of pink and yellow, and that's it. You know it's a good home when you're looking back at it, not out to the view. It's very pleasing. Oh, rise up.
Oh, I'm walking on clouds.
That is like that, isn't it? There it is.
Well, this is that big arch window that we saw from the outside, and I love that they've saved that for themselves.
At one stage, they've been faced with the choice whether to put their living room here or their bedroom. I love that they've just kept it as their own private wow space.
There's a much softer feeling in here with the velvet of the curtains, the feather pendant, and this crumpled linen on the bed.
It's great we get a sense of the depth of the original building here, and that glimpse of stone is really nice. Again, that touch of pink is following us through here in the bedding and the curtains. And I'm learning a lot from you two, because I know that the curtains hanging a little bit on the floor is a good thing. Is that right?
Well, it's a very controversial subject, whether it should touch the floor or whether it should slump like that. You've got to do it deliberately. As long as it looks intentional, it's fine. So if that's a dressing room, maybe this is an ensuite? Oh, fellas, this is lovely.
Yes.
I really enjoy the way this change of materials defines the two zones, this wet area with the marble that goes all the way up the walls. Roof light, bath, plants, tick, tick, tick.
That gold trim on the tiles matching the sanitary ware and the snack tray over the bath, that's 3 more ticks.
I can get behind a snack tray in a bath.
How will the judges score Hilltop House?
It's easy for conversions to get lost in modernism and minimalism, but they had all the right references: the tonal colour of the carpets, the use of concrete, and the interconnection of materials inside and outside. Internally, there was a real playfulness around the volume of the spaces, with that break in the corridor space creating that moment when you enter the main social zone. I'm going to give this home a 10.
I'm often critical if a home is too perfect, but this home is testing that assumption. This home is utterly consistent. Everything in this home fits their aesthetic. It's completely curated and yet remains comfortable. I'm going to give this home a 10.
From the art to the architecture, I've been blown away by this home. This is such an imaginative transformation. Turning a cowshed into an architectural gem is no mean feat.
Now that the judges have seen all 3 homes, the final scores can be revealed. First, it was Harbourview in Stromness.
That exquisitely located Orkney home. Danny, you gave it a 10. Banjo gave it a 9. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I loved how tall and skinny it was and the way that it afforded different views of that incredible location. I also liked the playful way that the homeowners inhabited it. So I gave it a 10. So that gives Harbourview 29.
Oof, good score.
Big start.
Next, it was Richmond House in Peterhead.
I gave it a 9. Banjo, you also gave it a 9. Danny, tell us what you thought of it.
Well, it was a beautiful little building from the outside, and the interior completely contrasted with all that grey and solid materials. I gave it an 8.
Okay, so that gives Richmond House 26.
And finally, Hilltop House near Pitmedden in Aberdeenshire.
This colourful, contemporary countryside home. Danny, you gave it a 10. I gave it a 10 as well. Banjo?
Well, this home was all about the art, the architecture, and that arch window. I gave it a 10.
So that gives Hilltop House 30.
Perfect score.
Hilltop House wins in the North East and Northern Isles and is one step closer to becoming Scotland's Home of the Year. Next time...
Come on, Danny.
The judges are in the East.
4.
As the search continues for Scotland's Home of the Year.